Hi, I'm Christina Butcher, reporting for Rescue TV, here with celebrity hairstylist Harry Josh.
Thank you.
Talking all about hair colour.
My favorite.
Me
I love
too.
hair color, yes.
I can't remember my natural colour.
Well,
I've been colouring my hair
that's a
for
great
such a long
thing. I
time.
think that's a wonderful thing when that kind of thing happens. Yeah, I've been a colorist really more than a hairdresser in many respects, because that was something I personally in my teen years did a lot of for my own hair self. I was red, blonde, yellow, awful, hideous things, but I just enjoyed being a chemist and playing with things.
Indeed. So, did you have a favourite colour? You're back to natural now?
Natural is the only way I'll go. I don't think even if I go grey, I think I'll probably just let it be. Those were my crazy teen years from 13 to 17. I did everything. So.
I think that's the time to play.
Yeah.
It's often when we start first playing with hair colour.
I look back and really laugh now. They're hideous what I did, but it's okay. I've got it down now. I've mastered my skill.
Right. So, is there a way we can tell if we want to change our hair colour, what colour's going to best suit?
You know, I always say you really should stick within 2 shades. I mean, I think it's your safest bet, and especially if you're going to be tackling any of these things yourself. 2 shades is really the safe way you can work either up or down in a level so that it really doesn't go quite shocking. And I think if you're really looking for shock value, you really need to go to a salon. And that's a really important message that I want women to get out there. If you have dark hair and you want to be a blonde, do not do this yourself. You are not going to get the results you're looking for. However, if you're looking to just enhance what you have, maybe brighten it, give it a pop, give it some life, give it some character. These are things you can achieve yourself easily at home.
Now, you're in Australia at the moment because you're with John Frieda launching a brand new product. Do you want to tell me?
Product
Yes.
of my, I've been with John Frieda for 5 years, and I have never been as excited as I have been about the Precision Foam hair color. And that's big coming from me, being that I am a colorist, and I have never recommended, ever, in my career that one of these women should go home and try to tackle this themselves. And what makes this particular product so revolutionary is not only the consistency of the product, it's the ease of the product. It's very easy to apply, very easy to mix, and the range of colors you get are so premium. You're getting this kind of salon quality color that doesn't really exist on the marketplace. When you go through the drugstores, when you go through like a lot of these markets that have all the at-home hair colors, you don't get this hue, this range. And what makes this range special is it looks expensive. There's luxury behind it. We've got gold tones, ash tones, neutral tones, beautiful palettes of red, beautiful palettes of blonde. The blondes specifically, I think, are epic and really regal and expensive. And you can emulate a lot of the red carpet celebrities, movie stars, models that are out there and really get those looks for yourselves at home.
So when you say ash or neutral, what
do those mean? What that
there?
means to a consumer at home would be this. Typically, I think a lot of women who color their hair know their issues. If they're someone who regularly colors their hair themselves, either their hair may go too red, and if their hair goes too red, then you always want to go with an ash tone. Now, typically when you look at an ash box, you might be like, well, that doesn't look like an attractive color. But what really is happening is it's neutralizing your warmth. So you will end up with the desired color you see. So necessarily, it's not quite the shade on the box you're looking for, but when you put an ash on red hair, it goes into a nice neutral brown. Vice versa. If you're someone who quite enjoys having the warmth in their hair and they wants to have the vibrancy of the gold and red hues, you really go into that world. And then some people just truly are happy with their color and they just want to get rid of gray. That's where natural fits in.
Right.
So there really is those kind of simple things that women should really realize, no matter where you are, whether a blonde, brunette, or a redhead. These are simple things that can really help you make your choices at home easier.
And so talking about covering greys, that's probably an important one for
Yes, I think it absolutely is a very important one with that.
And so picking a shade that's as close to picking that natural colour is the best way to go.
Yeah, absolutely. They say typically what we're taught as hairdressers when it comes to coloring hair is that gold and red tones cover gray the best. Now, but that doesn't necessarily mean that somebody wants to have gold or red tones, but that is truly what gives the best gray coverage. So I always say that's something to keep in mind, but personally, on a personal level as a hairdresser and looking at people, like I work with a lot of actors and supermodels who are very gray, who will be nameless, and I don't mind if I don't get complete coverage because I think it gives something quite organic to the hair that wouldn't exist without it. So there's one model in particular who's 75% gray. You would never know in a million years, and we do her color every 3 weeks. And I don't really have a big concern with her leaving the chair with 100% coverage. Because what ends up happening is she's got these nuances in her hair, so in pictures it looks like these microscopic little lighter bits that are in there, and really all that is the gray doesn't get covered quite as well as the natural pigment does, but it creates this beautiful illusion of multitonal dimension, all in one shade.
And are there any colours or any shades that you think are more youthful?
I always say as you get older, go one level lighter
One level
than what you are naturally God-given. because I think it softens you and allows your hair to, you know, just make you look softer. I think you need to look softer in every way you can as you look older without having to do anything extreme. So when it comes to color, I think going lighter is always the way to go.
So what sort of tones do you recommend? So if you've got olive skin, what colours are better?
You know, I get asked this question a lot, and I really have an umbrella statement with this. I believe now, with the way makeup is evolving, and I think that we've kind of hit a plateau that is so amazing for women to achieve multiple skin tones through just tinted moisturizers. I have a friend of mine who's Irish. She has very pink skin, and typically if you would have asked me this maybe 5 years ago, what should somebody with pink skin avoid, I would have said, you know, avoid reddish hair. But now she just uses a tinted moisturizer when she comes out of the bathroom and puts on chapstick, and it's fine. She can have any color she wants. So I don't think anyone should box themselves in too much to worry about, like, you know, I'm olive complexion, can I carry off a gold tone? Or I'm very pale and milky, and like, should I not be using cool blondes because of that, because I'll look maybe monochromatic. You know, I think that there's so much technology, and the makeup is so simple nowadays to really get little tweaks, whether it just be putting a little blush on their cheeks, whether it be putting a tinted chapstick. These little differences allow you to have any color you want.
I think that's so important as well, for, especially if you make a big colour change.
Absolutely.
It does affect the colours you wear. And
your makeup, for sure. So I say, you know what, don't cater to your skin tone, cater to what your desires are. So, you know, if you really want to be a brunette or you really want to be a blonde and you think your skin tone's not quite right, tweak it. You don't have to do a major overhaul. Use a little more blush. Use a little more of a tinted chapstick. You know, always cater to your hair. That's what I said.
Thanks, Harry. That's fantastic. And stay tuned for the next episode of Rescue TV.